Good evening. This is tonight's news. As we reported yesterday, Chip Karray accidentally uttered a homophobic slur while announcing a game. Karray, however, has come forward and apologized by saying, "I accidentally said a slur. Stop being such giant flags about it."
In the White House Situation Room, it was discussed forcing Iranians to watch dry bar comedy specials. The Department of Defense took the humanitarian route and dropped 13-ton bombs instead.
Oh, well, yeah. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they're responsible for the most bombs.
Yeah.
That includes yours.
Ouch.
Wow. Sean Diddy Combs' legal team said today they will call no witnesses to defend the disgraced music mogul. Asked why, they responded, because the only person who offered to say something nice about him was R. Kelly. And the only thing he could say was that he sure could throw a jaw-dropping piss party.
Wow.
That's not...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau.
I am Quarter Black Garrett, and with us, as always, is Angela.
Hi.
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
Hey.
Yay.
Erica's my friend.
Angela's my friend.
It's your friend.
Hey, everybody out there, thank you so much for tongue punching that like button. We know you did it last night, and we want to do it again tonight. So we appreciate
Dave?
that.
There you go.
It's better when you do it, I think.
There you go. Yeah.
The audience wants to hear me.
Dave, where could people go find you?
They can find me this weekend, Friday and Saturday, at Dr. Grin's in Grand Rapids. And they can also check out my new book, Party of One, available on Amazon.
Nice.
Where can they find you?
On my channel, Quarter Black Garrett. It's easy. Go find it. And Angela also has a channel.
Oh, I also have a channel. It's called Angela Does Horror on YouTube, and you should look at it.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Well, let's introduce tonight's guest. He's been on the show too much.
Man, way too many times.
A good friend of mine. Please.
Still here.
We know. We know.
Yeah, we feel it.
Dick.
I mean, you don't have to always. Anyway, please welcome to the show, Derek Richards.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yourself.
What?
Welcome.
Nice to be here.
Good. It's a pleasure to have you.
I mean, it's nice to see some of the people here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like me?
Wait.
Mostly me?
Yes.
Where can we see you?
It's all you. Saturday, June 28th, the Ancient Order of Hibernians Hall in Redford, Michigan. Fundraiser to help out the Knights of Columbus. And then you can find myself and Dave, July 2nd, Houghton Lake, Michigan at the Northern Center. We're going to be up there July 2nd and then July 3rd in Tawas City, Michigan at the Gallery. Go to my website to get tickets, or Dave's, or thecomedyseries.net.
That picture looks like you're the devil on my shoulder and there's no angel.
It does.
That's pretty much your life, isn't
Just
it?
like, she's passed out. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And joining us today, his first time on anything,
Oh.
but I've known him a long time. Please welcome Mike Landau.
Woo! The longest time.
A very long.
This is like meeting Jeffrey Dahmer's brother,
I know, right?
right?
Feel good about that. That's a solid compliment.
It is a solid
It is.
So
compliment.
which one's older?
2 minutes. He
2
is.
minutes.
Oh.
You can tell he's got the height.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah. Well, I started smoking 3 packs a day when I was 14.
That'll do it.
So that was good.
This doesn't feel right, Mike. Can we swap? I feel like I'm gonna sit over there. You sit over here.
Want to do that?
Let's do that.
No, I got to look at him.
No,
I got to keep
you
my
wanna see
eye
it?
on him.
I feel like it would look better just for the audience if they were even. It was just like
No way.
you. Yeah, let's do it.
Too crazy to
I'm
me.
doing it.
I don't like it.
I'm doing it.
No, you stay there.
Doing it.
He's committed already.
He's all right. Come over here.
He's committed.
You're co-hosting the show now.
I'm doing what?
You're co-hosting the show now.
You sure you want me to sit over there?
I
This
think
is going to look like family dinner. Oh,
Perfect.
it will. But we haven't had a family dinner with our parents in a long time.
I mean, your families.
But yeah, it's like when we were kids, except our mom's not beating us for spilling stuff.
No, David had a lot easier on food dinners than I
See,
did.
now look at that.
How's that?
That works. Yeah, that works.
good.
That works good on the
You
screen.
like that? You feel comfy?
You know, I'm a little bit at a higher level than them. I don't know.
You feel better.
I do.
That's why we normally sit here and we put the guests in a place that makes them feel lesser.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I do feel better about my life right now.
You should. You might want to keep that about a softball away from your mouth, just so people
like
can
an
hear
eggplant.
you.
Like an eggplant away.
Like an eggplant away.
And just
Like-
go up and down.
Yeah.
And then
back
just
forth.
move it
Just
up and
work
down.
it up
work
a
it up
little
and
bit.
down. Yes.
Should I?
That's good technique.
Right.
That's a good mic technique, is just
there.
handling it with a full fist.
Yes.
Safety.
You cradle it.
You can cradle the safety.
And you can kind of take your finger and put it in like in the back of the microphone like that
Just
you
kind of
mute it.
just
until the
that's where it
microphone
is.
whimpers.
And the red button
you
to
pull
your
it out.
left is if you need hydrating, it squirts milk. So speaking of which, Pope's Black Twitter. Okay, so today the Pope wrote, "Don't be eating ass ain't a commandment because God didn't think y'all even would."
wow.
It's very Vatican-esque.
Yeah, it's very... Did you know the Pope's on Black Twitter?
Now I do.
Yeah, we don't write these things. So how you like in Texas?
Fantastic. We had some delicious barbecue earlier today.
That's the way to go.
I feel really good about that. I definitely was studying on what to eat before I came here, so that it wasn't just always a last minute decision. But yeah, we really we locked down a little bit of barbecue today, and it was fantastic. We got some. I brought some leftovers here for you guys.
Oh,
You're very
good.
Here it is now.
I mean,
Ooh. Just eat in front of the audience and
whole
not
time.
talk for
Right.
30 minutes.
So good.
Turn
Do
into
it
a
then.
mukbang.
beef rib all over your face, just looking amazing.
I do it.
Tasty.
We're talking, you're all excited about, you got a tour doing the whole JFK thing tomorrow.
Yeah, that's something I've been looking forward to for a long time. So it's kind of 40, I don't know about 40, 35 years since I've actually
Right.
had to come down here and do that. So I'm very excited about it.
Had you ever been down here to Dallas before?
I've only flown through and drive through. I've never even stopped in the city, so this is an absolute first time in Dallas. We spent a little bit of time in Austin before, but and then,
As little time as possible.
yeah, I was only there for a couple of days.
Our
Was
dad
it-
took us to see JFK when we were 8, so it's been about that long.
That's memorable.
That's, yeah.
Now we're going to be in the car.
Yeah, what are you doing? Are you like a
Wait a minute, what?
We're in the car, in the convertible.
So they've got a convertible.
One of us gets to be Oswald.
So they
I
actually
get a camera shot of that as you're driving.
Oh,
through.
yeah.
They,
in the
they
grassy
actually
knoll.
Yes.
will set us up in the book depository. And they're going to actually take down all that glass, and they're going to let us shoot and play basically a wild game of paintball. It's going to be
It's
fantastic.
going to be good. Just have your wife dress as Jackie O and be picking up the brains.
She's got a pink outfit. She wore that today, but maybe we should have her wear that tomorrow.
Make it more authentic.
And maybe just give her a little, hit her with a little bit of raw meat blood before
Yeah.
we get out there to really
That's a great idea.
blast things
Compressed
up.
air. Right in there.
Well, you know a lot about JFK.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know about the Giancana thing,
Oh,
Operation Mongoose.
Operation Mongoose was, Dad knew a lot about Operation Mongoose with the CIA and what was going on with training down in
Cuba?
The training was in
Gooding Jr.?
Louisiana.
Was it really?
We did a lot of the training in Louisiana. That's where you had that information coming from, where you had David Faraday, he looked like the creepy guy that had the no eyebrows. Joe Pesci played him in JFK.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
JFK was we were talking about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So the first time that they had actually talked about David Faraday was in JFK when he talked about Operation Mongoose, and he was freaking out that they were going to kill him, and he was balding at that time. And then the book, I Heard You Paint Houses came out, which was about...
A lie.
What's that?
A lie.
Most people basically have debunked that one.
Yes.
He didn't paint houses.
He did.
The
But it was if you were a hitman, he would go, I heard you paint houses.
reference
Oh, wet work.
was-
And that was what they did for Hoffa.
Hoffa supposedly said to him, "Hey, I heard you paint houses," which means you clip somebody. And then he goes, "Yeah, I also do my own carpentry work," which meant you clean the body up and disposed of it as well. The guy had I'm sure he did dirty work for them. I just don't think that he had anything to do with Hoffa. But in the movie, The Irishman, that was based off of that book as well, he did discuss, what was he talking about that? He was discussing how they were running the guns, and David Faraday was the one driving the guns, and he was meeting up with guys from the CIA. One of the guys that he referred to was Big Ears. Remember that in the movie?
Yes.
And Big Ears was one of the guys that got caught during Watergate as well. He's one of the plumbers of Watergate. So he was getting the guns run down by him. Supposedly David Faraday was he wanted to be a pilot, but he was gay. Wasn't a big thing in those days, apparently.
It's still a problem if you look at helicopters.
Jesus.
Oh, welcome to the show.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
I understand you have a real life.
This is really cool to see from this angle. This is like looking at you, and then like if you were successful and had your shit together.
Oh, you think
taller.
that's the accurate assessment?
It's the glasses, I guess. It's the glasses and the golf shirt.
Glasses
doing
can
it.
throw it off.
He's wearing Jack Ruby's glasses, and we're going to go.
He's already ready for tomorrow.
He's just got to go to all the strip clubs and pretend to own them tonight.
That's all part of your big Dallas experience. I like how you're
Hey,
doing
Oswald.
this. Like I got this planned. Good.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it, actually, because we've both been interested in the government for a very long time.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know how great they've been to our family.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And yeah.
I say that until they pay us.
Mm-hmm.
I will never see a penny of that.
I know, but it's still worth insulting them at every turn.
I don't blame you.
Let's get into this. You've been to New York City many times, right? You came to my show there.
I actually went there then, and we went there when we were about 9 years old, and that I hope I never go again.
Yeah, we sat on the back of the tourist wagon where the outside faces the incoming New York traffic. So you're in the way back facing traffic.
Oh, yeah.
The Clark Griswold Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For tourists.
So if you're rear-ended, only the children die and everybody else in the car is fine.
That's fine.
It was a pretty good design.
It's a great design.
Yeah.
The only
They
people that
carry
can
that
actually just describe what happened in the accident are going to be the dead ones.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Like, oh, here's what happened. But yeah, the parents are like, whew, not a scratch.
Here, sit on the gas tank. Great
Right
idea.
over the gas tank.
That's a good point.
I know, right?
You fill it up back there.
Remember the ones where the old station wagons where the window would come down in the back so you get the exhaust that would like cycle back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
God, those
Keep it down back there.
are great cars.
So it really used to strengthen your lungs up and prep you for smoking cigarettes when you turn 14.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
right. Well,
That's what saved them.
well, we also went in a car where my mom didn't empty. The ashtray was just overflowing. She was a nurse.
Dude, that's my dad. That was my dad's
dude.
car. My dad had empty ashtray and then like beer cans all in the back seat.
Yeah.
And White Castle bags.
Yeah, where else are you going to keep them, though?
That's true.
Mhm.
If you get pulled over, you want to make sure the cop sees them.
Yeah.
Especially then when they were like, "Oh, you're fine."
Yeah, you're good.
I didn't realize you were drunk driving and white.
And I'm sure you got to get your little kid to a ballpark game or something like that.
Of course, if you
Yeah,
drive,
Little League,
You want to
exactly.
be a little buzzed.
I don't want you to be late for that.
no, you
You
gotta
can be
have-
sober taking your kid to that shit. Come on.
How are you gonna get in a fight with the ump if you're not drunk?
Yeah. Safe, motherfucker.
I almost did the other day.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
You gotta
this
call the
little
calls.
kid's batting. Our dad was a coach and a good coach. He's a great athlete. If you guys haven't figured out, I'm not. But little kid, bases loaded, hits 2 fouls, and then the third, and this is the whole championship for my son's team. The ball comes in. It comes this close to bouncing off the plate, and the M called to strike.
Oh.
And I'm very quiet, but I stood up and I was like, "No, motherfucker!" And then they still, apparently, me yelling at him didn't help. But everybody was a little. Even the other team was kind of like, "We'll take it." But I felt so bad because he's such a little kid. This one
Right.
kid,
Yeah.
where it's like he's really trying, and he's the smallest kid on the team. That one hurt.
Yeah. Oh, you saw him in yourself.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
especially
Look at him.
at that age.
Yeah,
Little League, I really thought was one of the. That was the most special of, I think, all ages to really play it when you're growing up. You're really developing in that, and to actually lose a game at the end because it's
unless you're
even
Mr.
a-
Destiny. Your whole life is crap, but then Michael Caine, whose magic comes along and tells you can go hit a grand slam, and then later you're rich.
Okay.
Was that
Jim Belushi, anybody?
Was Jim Belushi? Are you sure?
Yes. Oh, I'm sure.
I felt like
I think I just referenced Mr. Destiny, and I didn't know who was in it.
I was thinking about Tom Selleck. And,
That's Mr. Baseball.
Is that the one?
And then Bernie Mac is Mr. 3000.
Wait, is it Mr. Baseball when he plays in China or something like that?
He plays in Japan. Holy shit! There's a lot of misters.
It
in
really
baseball.
is.
There's a lot of misters.
2 feet taller than everybody else in the league.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that was Mr. Baseball. Oh my God. Yeah.
Brother's got to come by more often, by the way. Thank you for bringing the whiskey.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. I got it in Canada because I was going to use it to end my life, but then I saved it.
Oh, thank you.
No, you have it.
I was going to crush pills in it.
I'm drinking
anyway,
Dave's
I
death
bring
whiskey.
down the room, but I had my plans. So, well, you were good at base. My dad had Prince Fielder for a while, and there was a fun game where he went out there and pitched him balls, and then you just watched him hit home run after home run after home run, and my dad's like, he can't really play in this league. And Cecil was there betting on his kid. He's like, I'm going to keep your signing bonus. He kept yelling that at the time.
Yeah, who knew it would be so foreshadowing?
Yes.
I don't know if you play those little clips when they go up, but when he lived in Grosse Pointe, when he was on the Tigers, there was this unbelievable McDonald's commercial, and Prince is like, he's probably 8 in the commercial, I want to say, because he was playing with John Thomas on that team.
Yep.
And he was 8 years old. He was on this commercial with his dad, and he at that time had to be about 5'2" and 195 pounds. He was
easy.
He was just all fat. And he could hit the ball 230, 40 feet. And that's for that age, that's
Yeah.
crushing.
Incredible.
This was in what commercial was this
A
for?
McDonald's commercial, like a 1990 McDonald's commercial.
Oh, my
maybe,
God.
Maybe like a 94.
Where they ate Big Macs and it gave them power to hit.
Exactly.
It didn't slow him down.
No, it was like a pre-sign for diabetes if there ever was one at that age for the kid. And they're like, oh, have a couple more of these Big Macs, Prince.
That'll do you, kid.
Well, does Prince know? I don't think he talks to Cecil anymore because he's like, look, I'm your manager and we keep your signing bonus. And he was like, I believe you. You're my father. And it turned out not true.
Ooh. Yeah, who saw that coming?
He was that. I think what ended up happening was he was like, listen, all these other agents are going to want to charge you whatever.
Well over 100%.
15%, 20%. It was a higher number. I don't know the exact amount. And then his dad's like, I'm only going to do this for 10% and your signing bonus. It was way more than what these other agents would have even charged.
You don't touch your signing bonus.
He is such a piece of shit. What an absolute pile of garbage.
He was nice, but yeah, he was a degenerate gambler.
Yeah.
I don't know who would ever become one of those.
I don't know anybody in this room.
Well, maybe they were good at it for a while. Anyway, New York City.
Yes.
Yeah. Cesspool.
It's a cesspool of crime.
Bump.
A sicko was nabbed after trying to kiss women's feet and exposing himself in a New York train station. We do have a picture of the police arresting the pervert.
That was not my
Oh
good.
my God.
That was not my best day.
Look at your tits.
Those are
I go out for milk when you're the cow.
Look at how happy I am.
Yeah, you're a little happy to be handcuffed and that you can display those milkers, those udders for the camera.
Oh, push-up bra.
And then I'm wearing one of your tracksuits from
From the 90s?
yeah.
It's a good look.
Isn't that great?
It took very little work for me to make that, believe it or not.
I'm sure
I know
that
it looks spot on real.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I never
no-
doubted it.
No, it's real.
It is real.
I didn't even have to do it. I just had to take the picture out of the paper and
Yeah.
put it.
and just upload it. Done.
Yeah. So you're going around sniffing or kissing feet and
Well,
exposing yourself. Is this simultaneously?
Well, yeah. I'm good like that.
You can do
Okay.
both.
So you're showing them your penis and also kissing their feet.
Well, they get distracted by the small penis, and then they don't notice me kissing their feet.
I guess I don't understand why it's a crime.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you, Derek, I don't think you did anything unusual for a normal New York day.
Thank you.
It's one of the nicer things you can find. on
Did
the
you
subway.
stop and take a couple dumps on the side of the street?
No, I didn't. That's
Well, then you.
was
That's why they were
full.
arresting
probably
you.
why I got arrested.
Yeah, you got to take at least one quality.
They're like, you
Every
gotta.
spot was taken.
Yeah. There's no good, no good clean place for me to take a shit.
It's hard. Every one of these.
It's the city's fault. They didn't provide you with clean needles. You just
Yeah.
kind of backlashed.
It is their fault.
It is.
Well, they do it in L.A. too, where it's like I always think it's funny when somebody gets a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame because the second they leave, a homeless guy's going to shit on it.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be a watery one.
Oh yeah,
get all over that.
Oh God, yeah.
Smearing.
Going to the cracks where their name is engraved.
I wouldn't even want to put my hands on it if I got one. I'd be like, hey, you just put my name. I don't want to touch your ground. I mean, there's no worry of me getting one. But if
Well, if you get one, at least someone's going to take a shit on it.
you lived in L.A.
No, San Diego.
Oh, you were in L.A. for a while though.
We spent.
I believe you took a car that belonged to mine and sold it to meth addicts. Is that correct?
I don't recall it being meth addicts.
I recall it being meth addicts.
But all the rest is true.
You may have left a car when I came home for a few weeks with people that turned out to may or may not have dabbled in meth. I didn't even know what meth was.
This isn't a deposition, Mike. You can just go ahead and say whatever the hell you want.
It was in 2001. I didn't even know what meth was. That hadn't reached Michigan yet.
So this was in San Diego.
Yeah, it was a brand new.
You had his car?
So I moved out to San Diego. I took his Ford Taurus show because it was a little bit more comfortable.
Okay.
My dad took, I want to say he kept.
No, I kept the Mustang.
Well, you kept the Mustang.
Dad wasn't around.
No, that was 2001. He was there still, but he was moving pretty slow. He probably still had the Regal unless he had already totaled that one.
No, I had the Regal until 2004.
So you had the Regal then. You guys probably switched between the two of them.
No, because you came home and my car looked like it had been driven by meth addicts and the bumper was held on by a bungee cord. And then he just goes to get in the Mustang and I'm like, what are you doing? You think you just get to have your car back after you've ruined my car? And which one did allegedly, I don't want you to get in trouble, did you crash into the house drinking and driving?
What are you talking about? I didn't have a house.
Yes, you did.
We got a few mailboxes.
Oh, that's, yeah.
We're attached to a house.
To the door.
Just because you hit the mailbox first doesn't mean you didn't hit the house after that.
I was worse. I just have
David was the one that drove into our house almost at the.
Oh, it wasn't almost.
David.
Oh, you mean when I was on acid?
Yeah, my dad came down. You got arrested if you were out of the city for pretty much anything, and we got picked up, and they would just take you and call your parents to come pick you up. We had alcohol in the car, so David picked us up, and on the drive back, when we were driving back from the police station, and David was in there, my dad was pretty sick at that time in the front seat. David must have hit 17 curbs, and every time he hit a curb, my dad smacked him in the head. So we had one of those transports. Do you remember those old minivans that looked like a fucking spaceship?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The Cadillac of minivans from Get Shorty.
When we got that, when my dad pulled up in the driveway when he first had that, he was so excited. He's like, "Watch this." We all walked outside like it was going to be something special, and he pushed a button. The door opened electronically. We're like, "All right, that's awesome." That's what you bought a car, so you have a fucking. So anyhow, so David pulls into the driveway. I swear to God, he drives right. We had this huge bush that was right in front of our front door, where the front porch was, and David drove right into that thing. And my dad just, as quick as he always was, just smacked the shit out of him. David took off and ran in the house, and he's like,
I was tripping.
And he's like, like, get up here and park this car in the garage. So I pulled the car, and my dad got out and walked in the house. He's like, go find your numbnuts brother. I'm like, all right. So I walk in the basement. It's pitch black down there, not a light on it. And I hear, I'm like, David. And he's here. Is that just you? I said, yeah. Turn the lights on.
Is anybody following you?
He was hiding underneath the pool table. I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you? You hit every curb on the way home from the police station, and then you drive into the front bushes. I took like 7 hits of acid. I'm like, why were you driving? Dad made me. I told him I shouldn't be driving.
I couldn't say, Dad, I'm on acid.
Gotta maintain.
So by default, he's tripping balls and driving me home from jail. While my dad's half conscious in the passenger seat, only to be woken up each time by a strewed curb that jumped
by a curb and then subsequently his house.
Just exactly.
I remember going, what's yield? And then hitting.
there's not.
My dad was not violent, though. I don't want that to come.
No, he wasn't at all. But
He
if
had
you
had
did
it,
something
though.
stupid,
He
you got
had
a
it.
backhand. Then I think kids to this.
My
day,
dad did that to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's nothing. I don't care what anyone says. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with hitting kids. You don't punch a kid in the face or any of that nature.
Well, unless you crash this Regal into a tree.
That might call for a punch in the stomach. And at the age,
Close
you're at.
fist.
Yes.
He was 16 years old, 17 years old.
Right.
He deserved to get slapped upside the face, and I got smacked when I got walked out of the jail. I think I got smacked just for the mere fact that he had to come and pick me up, even though it was only alcohol was in the car.
Right.
So that's how the cops used to kind of behave.
So you go down to the basement. He's hiding under the pool table.
Literally under the pool table.
After 7 hits of acid.
With the entire basement pitch black.
Okay.
Not a light on, not a DV on, just hiding down there.
Ninja.
Tripping.
Like a feral cat.
It was stealthy.
Yeah.
I was sure no one would look under that.
Like a Tom Clancy novel.
We were really smart. Those were all those.
I just a hunt for Red October.
Hunt for Trippin' Dave.
Yeah, we used to have those big wide legs at the bottom of the pool table. It held it straight. They were the width of the table.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be wide, and there was a hollow area between it. So that was a great place for us to throw all of our empty beer cans when we were in high school. When you needed to get more beer, you just emptied them out, returned it to the store, and took a quick drive to Detroit and wait for, usually a black guy where he'd say, "Hey, my man," in the middle of Detroit, and they'd come outside and they'd go inside and
Throw
grab
him
a
a few
beer
bucks,
for you.
and there you go.
Well, it was also Spider with a Y who hung out at Piccadilly.
Spider.
Yep. Spider, who's I based him on in my movie, but he's the one who would be like, "Yeah, I'll do a hand job," and you're like, "Well, just the beer."
Stick with the beer, please.
Going into discounts.
Are you sure? He's like, "Pretty good." I'm like, "No."
Was he throwing in the hand job as like a bonus to getting the beer? Or was
he
it
was
like...
he was a pervert. It was a dude he was on. You could see the track marks, and then he had like metal bands tattooed all over him.
Right.
And he used to be a roadie for I think Metallica or AC/DC, one of the bands, and at least so he claimed. But I think he was. He looked like a roadie. And he would buy you beer, but one of you would have to go in with him, so everybody would have to figure out who had to get out of the car and go shopping with this animal. And then he would buy you, a case of the Beast or whatever it was, and
Sure.
yeah, and he'd be like, "So I'd jerk you off," and you're like, "I what?"
Ironically, it was directly next door to one of those. Last time I can remember ever seeing one, that XXX thing with
Peep show.
Peep show, because
Yeah.
there was somebody claimed they saw one of our teachers walking in there. I can't remember who.
Me and Sean, every time that's a friend of mine, when we would pull through, if a guy was walking out of the Peep show, whoever was driving, the other person would lean out the window and go, "Pervert!" And the guy would like drop his shit and run to his car.
I mean, this is the 90s. You didn't really know a lot about internet porn at that time. So,
Right.
Yeah, so it was a
dial
peep
of it.
show. Yeah, it was a peep show next to where you could buy beer with Spider.
And why wouldn't you?
You could probably get sucked off at either place.
Absolutely.
Get aroused at the peep show and have Spider finish you off.
It was on famous. It was on 8 Mile,
Not far
There you
from Tycoons.
or about 19 other strip clubs. All these places are now pretty much weed shops.
Yeah, there's a few left.
Or check cashing.
Derek and I were there in November, and there was still Trump's.
The booby trap is gone.
The boot trap's been gone.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
That one was usually known for chlamydia and some other things, pretty much automatically.
Well, they had mattresses in the basement
Oh.
and mice.
What, at the booby trap?
Mhm.
I didn't know they had a basement.
Oh, they do.
Mm.
I didn't know, but I read an article.
I was a DJ there.
You were.
Yeah. At the booby trap.
Really?
You were at the maybe it was a different club then.
The
Maybe
little
it
one.
was
Yeah,
like the little,
tiny.
yeah.
It was run by a couple of Chaldean guys.
well, that's a
I
shock.
know that narrows it down, right?
Yeah, you're explaining that these men own
And they were nice. They were nice to the
You're
women.
telling me that these men from another country, Iraq,
these Catholic Iraqis,
these Christian
who would
Iraqis,
never lay a hand
own
on a woman.
own a strip club. Perfect. Who would ever says
I
that?
forgot you. Maybe it wasn't. What was the other one? There was Tycoons,
There's
Trumps.
Typhoons, Trumps,
Trump's Tycoons, and then there was
Coliseum, maybe.
Coliseum.
yes, that one's
The
gone.
one that is Coliseum gone now?
I think Coliseum's gone.
It looks like a mall.
In a while.
I think
Yeah,
it was huge.
Yeah,
There's tycoons and typhoons. Was this like a family
Yeah.
business that split? You know how restaurants will do
Dude,
that?
8 Mile was just all like rent by the hour hotels, liquor stores, and strip clubs.
players,
Wow.
nail salons.
wasn't BT's down there too?
Yeah, and you know what? If you're gonna go into one of these
Jesus,
places, and have a good time, you're going to probably want a hard penis. Did you know that?
You should.
Listen.
You got to be ready.
It's like going to a gunfight with no ammo.
Guys, enter the room dick first. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet, it's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, long-lasting. Like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. They didn't have to go on and on like the guys at the gym, really bothering you, and you're just trying to leave going, I don't think this is for me. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. I tried Blue Chew myself, and now my hog has a zip code and voting rights.
Woo!
That's correct. It does. It's a gun. I had to register it with the police, and then they arrested me for pulling out my dick. Guys, this isn't just about performance. This is about legacy, or third leg-a-see. Am I right? Give her group chat something to talk about, because she's going to get right online and go, my soft husband is now hard. You know when you lay it down, they're talking about how it goes up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little bit of Blue Chew. You ever use Blue Chew, Mike?
No, I don't think I've ever had anybody say anything good about my...
Well, they might after Blue Chew.
They've never said anything good about it in the sense of this could turn your life around.
Yeah.
No, nobody said anything good about it.
Unless they're like, is that curable?
Oh, I'm just talking about that for me. I don't know. Maybe I could try some of this Blue Chew.
We're going to get you some
go.
Blue Chew. And you're
Dave, get him some Blue Chew for the holidays.
How can he get it? How can he get it?
Well, I'll tell you, she's used it too.
Well, my husband's used it.
And she
her
tried it a
penis.
little.
I liked it a lot. It was great.
See? She got
I got my back
chewed.
broke.
How did it taste?
Pineapple?
The gum. Get the gum.
It'd be great if it added a nice flavor.
Right?
Like, well,
should
this
be.
is
Got rid of that.
You should try this. It's really very good.
Get rid of that bleachy smell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a...
Very tasty.
I don't know what that is, but I don't care for it. I'm like, ugh. It's just...
Bradford pear tree.
Yes. Yeah. Well, what they can do is they can always, as always, get your first month of Blue Chew free by using promo code NORMAL at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to bluechew.com for details and safety info. You're going to want to be careful because you could knock over lamps or a toddler.
Oh, yeah.
And big thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
Thanks, Blue Chew.
It's the greatest ad copy.
During that ad, you should just have that grandpa from Road Trip walking around with this cock knocking everything over in the way.
Oh, yeah. I miss comedies.
They were so
Where
good.
the fuck
back
are
in
they,
the
man?
I
day.
used to make them.
You know, we were talking about that earlier.
I watched, what was it the other night? Because I never, it was called Masterminds.
Oh, yeah, with Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, not great.
I watched that about a month ago.
And I was upset.
terrible.
Well, it wasn't believable at all. Like, I didn't believe the
That was your
character.
complaint.
What's the premise of this movie?
It's
It's like a heist thing.
it's actually a true story, though.
Zach
It was
Galif-
based on a true story of these guys who basically this woman tricked, an armored car driver
Okay.
to rob the entire the vault for the armored car because he was so trusted.
Mastermind.
And then they gave him nothing, and then like the other guys kept all the money who convinced him to do it, and they just sent him to Mexico. So they're buying like mansions and all this other stuff, and the other guys got like 20 grand and the police after him. So the idea is pretty funny,
Yeah.
but then it's just not executed at all. And it's got funny people like Kristen Wiig. Jason Sudeikis is funny in it. He plays a hitman.
I like Jason's. Yeah.
Yeah, at one point he goes to like wipe his mouth with a napkin and like an ear just falls out. It's like, sorry, it's in front of kids. But like it had like a few laughable
Jason
moments.
Sudeikis might have been the best character in that one because Zach
It was.
Owen Wilson. He was in it too. But
Owen Wilson was pretty funny, buying the mansion and getting a geo tracker or a geo prism put on monster truck tires.
When did this come out? Is this recent? Like,
No, like 10 years ago. It's why I'd never I'd heard of it, but it looked bad and I was right.
yeah,
I can't even think of the last comedy movie that's come out in theaters. Like,
It's on like Tubi or Freevee or one of those things.
Yeah, you can just get it.
Are there even comedy movies that come out nowadays? If they do, they're usually terrible or they're directed towards like what are the kids that are like 23 and under called or 20?
Zoomers.
Retards.
Yeah, there you go. They're
not funny.
It's directed towards something completely different where you just shake your head like this is terrible.
Yeah, I think the last comedy that I can remember coming out was like a black comedy with like two girls. It was like two black girls, and it was like, it's gonna be all day. It's kind of like Friday or something. It was like the whole movie took place in one day, and it was like shenanigans went throughout the entire day.
When did that come out?
Like last year.
Friday.
That was on Netflix. It wasn't at the theater. Like, when was the last time a movie?
Oh, a
came at the
theatrical
theater?
release? I can't think of.
can't
Well, because
If it was a blacker version of Friday, it could have been like Friday, Part 4, the first of the month. Something like that. I would like that.
And stimulus.
Friday's awesome.
It
It's
is.
fantastic.
Friday's one of my favorite movies ever.
It wasn't anywhere close to as good as Friday. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh no.
Friday?
Well, it's like watching Beauty Shop instead of Barber Shop. Why?
Why? Queen Latifah?
I'm not here
Gotta
for
make
this.
everything.
Yeah, no.
Queen
I'll
Latifah's
watch-
still waiting on that Oscar.
Yep.
Yep.
Still
She's gonna
waiting.
get one. She got robbed for Set It Off and The Last Vacation or whatever.
Last holiday.
Last Holiday. Thank you, Angela.
Which one was that, Angela?
The last one.
Yeah.
Last anything she was in.
She's been doing The Equalizer for like 6 years. The
Oh
TV
yeah,
show.
that's right.
That's still going.
And the Equalizer movies are so good.
Yeah, and the TV show is
I'm not
not.
going to chance it.
I mean, I'm just waiting for her to come out with a new album.
Look, she was
Any
all
day
right
now.
back
Are
in
you
the
now?
day. She was all right back in the day.
She was. She
Come
was
on.
cool. Living
She was
Single.
on Living Single.
Yeah.
Pretend you don't know.
Come on, Living Single.
Oh, I actually don't remember that one. And Living Color.
Martin.
Oh, Martin?
Yeah, it was
You
usually
watch
on like
Martin.
Yeah. UPN 21.
UPN with Martin. It was like in the block. They played Martin.
Jamie Foxx show.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx show. Yeah, Living Single.
And
there was-
the Parkers.
Oh yeah, the Parkers.
Oh yeah, Park.
Yeah, the Hugleys was on there.
Hughley show. That was a little later. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't rember who was on the Parker.
I'm not seeing a lot of diversity in that lineup.
It was the
UPN.
CW. Yeah,
It's
UPN.
CW.
WB. They used to have that stupid frog, yeah.
It was something
hat.
J Frog.
It was the one from the
Arthur.
Looney Tunes.
Michigan J.
Arthur
Frog.
J- was it Arthur J.
I
Frog?
think that's his name.
Yeah.
Michigan J. Frog.
Was it Michigan J. Frog? When he would come out and be like, this show's all for black people.
Oh, it is Michigan J. Frog.
Is it Michigan J. Frog?
Uh-huh.
Look at
Michigan
you with the
J.
win.
Derek.
Michigan J. Frog. I never knew he even had a name.
I didn't know he had a name either.
The WB. Like,
Yeah.
he just was. Chappelle made fun of that on the Chappelle.
Oh yeah,
Show.
Chappelle dropped the N. But let's talk about something that I don't think he's going to have a TV show too soon. But social media influencer and Netflix documentary star and Napoleon Complex final boss, the Liver King, has been arrested in Texas after posting a series of bizarre threats challenging Joe Rogan to a fight.
That guy's natural.
Yeah, all natural. He just says you only eat liver. It all began innocently enough. Let's take a look.
If you want, I can cut more. I'll be ready whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. Or you can release me of this fight, and you can just welcome me right onto the show tomorrow. And I will donate $1 million to a charity of my choosing, good and true. That's also a possibility. Otherwise, it's bloody fucking murder, bro. Bloody murder. Barbarian Bones. 192. I asked my wife, I go, hey, do we have a scale? Do we have a scale? And she's like, yeah, I got to look for it. I said, oh, no, I don't want to bother you to have to go look for it. I'm just going to use rads. I was really curious to weigh myself this year.
Spider.
That's what
He
up to
asked
now.
an urn.
A scale.
Oh, it was a scale?
scale,
I thought he goes, I got to ask my wife. And he pointed to an urn.
I don't want to bother you.
That right?
I don't want to bother you.
inside that
looking
urn.
at one.
Scale? Where would it have been? In the back room where they measure out or weigh out their meth? Like,
He's a mess. I don't know.
Meat.
Well, this is all from liver. He eats only liver, Michael. Look at him.
Raw meat.
Don't you buy that story?
His veins got veins.
The ve-
there's a lot of stories I can buy. That's not.
It's weird. Women think guys.
No.
Or guys think women like that, and then
No.
whenever you bring it up, they bring up the veins.
If you have visible veins, no.
Guy looks like a penis.
He looks like he ate a musket. That's what it looks like he ate.
When I was in rehab, because my veins
Probably
are
did.
fairly visible, I remember this girl's touching them and going like, "Oh, I wish I had those."
Oh,
And I was like, "Yeah,
They had that in rehab.
sorry, I don't, yeah,
My rehab too.
Sorry about that.
because you still have veins left."
You're like, well, we all have them, and then it's
Some people,
Some are blown
We
out.
destroyed yours.
some people use more than others.
yes, they do.
Yeah, so that's an all liver diet, Michael. If you want to give that a Mike, if you want to give that a twirl.
No.
Nope. All right. Well, things escalated. Here we go.
My name's Liberty, man to man. I'm picking a fight with you. Yeah. I have zero training in jiu-jitsu. You're a black belt. You should dismantle me. But I'm picking a fight with you. Your rules.
Mountain?
Whatever you want me to weigh, I'll weigh it. I weighed 190 this morning. I'll come to you whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready to go. I want a vibration plate, by the way. That's what I'm shaking on.
Was he at the Capitol on J6?
I was gonna say he's about ready to start.
Actually, his hat's made out of his neighbor's dog.
This is Sparky.
Have you seen my dog? He's answering that there's blood coming out. No. I didn't eat its liver. I'm the king. Alex Jones broke the story that Liver King, real name Brian Johnson, like AC/DC,
Oh yeah.
has been arrested Tuesday on his InfoWars show.
All right, I've got a breaking exclusive for you that I got from our sources. The Austin Police Department, as we speak, is on their way to a hotel in downtown Austin to arrest the Liver King because he's been making a lot of bizarre, cryptic threats to Joe Rogan, and that he's going to come to town and fight him, and now he's there and has posted videos that are very, very direct threats. And so I am told that he's going to be arrested for terroristic threats. And that just shows how crazy society's going. In the videos, he looks extremely deranged with dilated pupils. And so we hope the Liver King gets better. But this is what is happening in America and around the world. We need God, folks. We need God. We need to get back to God.
For real, bro.
I agree, but I don't know the correlation of around the world.
Is he just saying in general? Yeah, just in general statement.
Every state has a liver.
Is that really where the bar? I mean, of all the things that make the bar so low, that's really the part that makes them go, "We need God."
We need God, yeah.
That's Alex, though. He's been on the show. He's looking good, too.
Yeah,
No,
he's looking
I'm
tight.
just pointing out of all the other things.
getting some
going
liver in
on
him.
now.
No, there's a lot of reasons we need God. You're
You
absolutely
just
right.
look at it and think, Jesus, can the bar get any lower? And then I don't know. Jasmine Crockett opens her mouth.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck is this thing?
Keeps getting deeper.
New York City's new.
There's another one. How much
yeah, we
lower
gotta
can the
do
bar
that.
go? And boom, New York City's mayoral incident. We're still going down.
Yeah, well, here's a shot of the arrest footage.
I think you have height on this guy.
I might.
I think you do.
Well, he had found out in 2022, believe it or not, his jacked physique was validated in late 2022 when he leaked emails revealed Johnson was spending $11,000 a month on steroids.
What?
Yeah, leading to a public apology where he admitted using performance-enhancing drugs, which is roughly $11,000 a month on steroids.
Was pressure. He was pressured to say.
Yeah,
Obviously,
it's true.
He's all natty. Look at
He
him.
could have won a cycling marathon. Even approaching Rogan at events like a comedy show in Las Vegas and an Alvarez fight. Rogan, however, dismissed these attempts, calling Johnson's actions a con game after the steroid scandal and stating there was no value in giving him a platform to repeat his apology. There, but for the grace of God, go I.
That's true.
A lot of people think that he has a worm in his brain from eating all the raw meat.
Oh my god.
No, seriously.
No,
That's why
I-
his pupils might be dilated. And some people think it's drugs, but a lot of people think it's a worm.
I thought it was
He's eating raw meat?
Yes.
That was his whole thing. Like on social media, he would be like, this is how I look like this," and he just like rip into some steaks just raw,
I mean, you can cook them.
just blood everywhere. No,
No, he said
not for the Liver King, please.
Okay.
He said the way that you have to live well, and it's obviously proven, is by eating raw meat. I thought he had a goiter, but apparently it was just a sandworm trying to get out of his head.
It's like,
Well, RFK has some competition now.
I feel sorry for
yeah.
that. I feel sorry for that worm. Being stuck in that prison of that
Yeah, there's no way the
that
worm.
fucking caveman.
There's no way you can blame that all on the worm.
Right.
I have to imagine that some of the drugs he's on is going to take care of that worm.
Yeah, I assume it's probably dead in there, or
It's also ripped.
yeah, or the steroids. I'm gonna say it's just like a big muscle worm.
Big ass worm.
Things like
The worm's the size of a rattlesnake.
They're like, we have no cure for this. It comes out, it's just getting bigger. It's like a tremor.
Oh my god.
It's veiny.
Yeah, it's all over. It's like, ugh.
Girl worms don't like that either.
It just goes into the they're like, ugh. It just goes into the ocean, starts eating sharks.
like a worm on Blue Chew.
The trick. Go normal.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah, there's a good chance that at $11,000 a month you can steroid up a worm.
Yes, you can.
Look at that. Well, last night in the New York City mayoral race, state assemblyman Zohran Mamdani, again I'm trying, a 33-year-old Democrat socialist, emerged as the frontrunner, securing a significant lead in the first choice vote count with approximately 43.5% of the vote. Former Governor Cuomo conceded the race to Mamdani. Is it really Mamdani? Mamdani. That's it. Mamdani late Tuesday night, and pending ranked choice voting tabulation and certification on July 15th. Mamdani is now the presumptive, or the presumptive.
Yeah.
Presumptive, yeah.
Sorry, I don't have my glasses. He's wearing them.
It's the worm.
On July 15th, Mamdani is now the he won.
He won.
Why do we put all this in here?
It's
I thought you wrote this.
I did do
something
it.
happening.
I cut and pasted, but didn't edit this part. I basically wanted to just get to this next part.
Yeah.
This was in spite of the New York Post editorial board calling him a babyface socialist anti-Semite who's never accomplished anything, which might as well have been the Tinder profile in Bushwick. But that will bring us to tonight's half-ass top 10. All right. With Zohran Mamdani poised to become New York City's mayor, what are some policies we can see enacted in his socialist utopia of New York? Number 10, Michael.
Landlords must now pay mandatory fuzzy hat tax.
Those hats are ridiculous. God, they should be taxed.
Those are great.
Number 9, Angela.
Free subway for everyone who's on fire.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that makes sense, yes.
You can pull that off the screen now. There, okay. Number 8.
Number 8, reparations over Venmo.
Well done.
Makes it easy.
Number 7.
Number 7, bomb-sniffing dogs replaced with therapy dogs.
Number 6, free piloting lessons for anyone screaming into a beeping earpiece while driving an Uber. Number 5, Mike.
Government assigned pronouns. Oh, not again.
Number 4, Angela.
Legal citizens may no longer vote.
Number 3, QB.
Okay. City Health Commissioner Luigi Mangione?
Mangione.
Mangione?
The
I'm
assassin.
not Italian. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Mangione.
Yes.
For it.
Number 2.
Number 2, cocaine redistribution program.
And number 1, the 9/11 memorial for the hijackers now.
Oh, that's so wrong.
That has been half-assed top 10. I'm going to call this next part what it is, fire jerks. Over the weekend, there was a shooting at the fireworks show in downtown Detroit.
No.
I can't believe this happened, said no one. Let's watch the video.
Somebody shot.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Now, I would like to say there has not been a shooting at a Detroit fireworks show in 2 years. which is 35 in any other city years.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, it's out of New York.
People congregate in the city on purpose?
Yeah, they do fireworks every year. Now, there used to be a shooting every time. But I mean, when you start hearing those pops go off, somebody's going to grab their gat. Mm-hmm. But in this case, nobody was killed, fortunately, just a couple people injured.
No. Two people only being shot in Detroit, though. That's historically, for the last 40 years, that's probably a pretty good night.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
or really shitty aim.
Yeah.
Pretty low.
A little bit. So there's that.
Yeah. So
didn't they stop doing fireworks downtown for a while?
They did.
There was something. What happened?
4th of July.
There was.
We
always had them for 4th of July.
I don't know why. I thought that there was something that was downtown that got canceled because of there was just shit going on all the time.
The guns.
That was the.
Oh no!
Wasn't that the Detroit Tech Fest?
No, Tech Fest is still on.
Is it the Hoedown?
No,
well, they used to
have
have
a really funny name.
Oh, hilarious!
Hoedown.
No.
There is
For a shooting?
Well, no, there'd be a Hoedown. What is it?
They call it the Downtown Hoedown.
Art Plaza Downtown
Monster
Hoedown.
Country Music Festival.
And
you bring a bunch of rednecks to downtown Detroit.
Oh, I thought
it was epic.
I thought it was like hose.
Yeah, you thought it was.
I thought it was.
No,
whoever could hit a bitch hard enough to get the Hoedown.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Though that also happens there.
That's just standard.
You don't need a festival for that. That's just like a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's just part of the Players' Ball. You win prizes. It's like a carnival game, knocking a bitch's teeth out.
Come on down to the Hoedown.
Speaking of which, can you tell me a little bit about arrows?
I can tell you about arrows. You've heard us talk about this. Do we have appropriate music to play in the background? Perfect.
You know we don't.
In the arms of an angel.
You've heard us talk about this, and for good reason. Share the Arrows is one of the most powerful women's events happening this year, and it's hosted by Blaze TV's own Allie Beth Stuckey. It's happening October 11th. Where, you ask? QB, right here in Dallas, Texas, and there's a woman in your life who's been craving real encouragement and biblical truth. Your wife, your daughter, your sister. This is for her. Now, if you want to follow 1 Timothy 2:12 or 1 Corinthians 14:34 and realize that women are supposed to be silenced in church,
that's true.
This is not for them.
No.
No,
you have to.
No.
Look, we got to cherry pick.
Yeah.
That's why they're not in church.
Exactly.
Because if they were, zip it.
They have all these amazing female speakers that are going to be it's worship, it's teaching, it's powerful conversation.
Shauna Holman.
Yeah. Exactly. Who else is on there?
Katie Faust?
Taylor Dukes, Katie Faust.
Put up your Dukes.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Not Daisy Dukes, Taylor Dukes.
Huge fan. Go to sleep to them every night.
Not the Duke boys from the Dukes of Hazzard.
No, those are
Taylor Dukes.
misogynist.
Also,
worship will be led by Francesca Battistelli, who did the vocals on the song that we're just playing in the background.
Oh, wow.
So if you guys want, just go to Share the Arrows 2025, October 11th in Dallas, and you can make sure, damn sure, there will not be a I said there will not be. You gotta beep that.
You actually have to. No.
And you can pull that down
you're not allowed to say it on
anytime.
YouTube.
Just pull that down. There you go. Thank you.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll flag you.
Yeah, then you get.
Unless you're talking about a
Flag?
vehicle
That's what I meant.
part, which is what you were talking
Yeah,
about.
they-
Talking about the
they
mechanical
work
part
on-
of the transmission.
There will not be transmissions there.
Sorry.
It
But if
really
you
is
a
hard to say.
transmission, if you go to the event, you don't have to worry about transmissions ruining it.
Right.
Yes.
It's an indoor event.
It's an indoor event. If you don't want, if you have a transmission at an indoor event,
You're just an ass.
What
Who
are you
does
doing?
that?
they're usually
Come on, get your shit together.
in the library reading to kids.
Right?
Yeah.
We're in
Or teaching them at school.
Yeah, it's important.
Mm-hmm.
Kids
Mechanics.
Yeah, it's true. Popular mechanics.
Kids.
Well, we got to get out of here in a second. You two should come back tomorrow. It's up to you.
Would love to.
I'm in town for another day or so.
We got more beer,
Mike's invited.
more whiskey.
Can't do. I like the beers.
All right, I'll do the whiskey. Yeah, we're covered.
I'd like to say I
toilet.
brought the whiskey and beers and didn't touch a drop.
You did.
Good
I
on
was-
you.
I was
Good for
stunned
you.
when
I'm
that
really
when that
proud of
text
you.
message came through. I'm like, "Where you at?" And you go, "I'm getting beers." I'm like, "You're what?"
Yeah, I didn't mean for me.
It's a good decision.
You guys enjoy it.
good, yeah.
Everybody here.
That's a good brother and a good friend right there.
He and Angela will just look longingly at it and dream of better days. Well, not better, much worse, but it felt better.
Yeah.
Anyway, the end of the world. After being arrested for a terroristic, I got thrown by the because I didn't come in quick enough.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you did it right. I did it wrong. Let's let you do the guitar screech. Screech?
There you go, yeah.
Hours? After being arrested for terroristic threats against Joe Rogan, what's next for the Liver King?
Eating his cellmate's testicles.
A lot of
Raw, obviously.
Well, yeah, you don't cook them.
I mean, why would you?
That'd be ludicrous.
Takes all the taste out of it.
Really?
It's like cooking sushi.
And all the protein. Takes all the protein out.
That flavor comes from.
I'm going to say being indicted for the pile of gay men found in Lady Bird Lake.
Oh my God.
It just makes sense, you know?
That makes so much sense.
I think you won. Yeah. What do you got?
Becoming a female boxer.
Oh, that's solid.
Get the physique.
He does. He's got a great female physique for being a female boxer.
Yeah.
I'll say get an intervention from Andy Dick and Ezra Miller.
Back in the news, apparently.
Wow. Look, he's eating it like he's got raw meat in his hand.
He does. That's his cellmate's testicle.
This is a good image.
It's amazing what Grok can do.
See, the problem is, though, is Ezra looks too masculine. He looks like a man.
Everything else
him
is
to be more
just
feminine.
right, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Grok the name of the photographer?
Grok is the photographer who took the
Yes,
picture.
He's great.
Johnny Grok.
What's he got in his hand? Is that
He's
a
European.
human testicle?
That is.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I'm going to say killing his family and then himself.
Yeah.
Ill.
Or getting chemically castrated and then opening a used bookstore called The Literature King.
I can see it.
That's good. That's good. Just
I think he's going to kill his family and then himself.
That's where my money is.
in that video.
Even though I think his wife is in the urn. He's not showing his wife in that.
He didn't.
He didn't. He's like, I don't need to ask my wife right now. Why? Where is she? Don't worry about it.
No, I don't want to bother her.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't just air fresheners and a corpse in the bedroom. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same place.